sure we're recording. I didn't hear it. Okay, thank you and welcome back. It is now 11 o'clock. We are here for our Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023, 11 o'clock special meeting. Let the record reflect that all 5 commissioners are present and our executive management team. Just a couple of housekeeping or a couple of items that we're just going to speak to separately before we take a motion. Item number 1 is in the matter of canceling the regularly scheduled 2 o'clock meeting. So that 2 o'clock meeting, we did move up to this special meeting today, which was noticed. And then item number 2, in the matter of approving and updating policies to enhance eligibility for sharing and utilization of leaves as relevant to the state of emergency declared by Spokane County on Saturday, August 19th, 2023. We have our HR Director, Ashley Cameron, who's going to give us a briefing on that.
Great, thank you, commissioners. So just as a follow-up from yesterday's discussion in reference to the state of emergency declared due to the devastating wildfires, the commissioners and our county leadership recognize the importance of offering those employees impacted by those wildfires an opportunity to utilize their leave more quickly, and then also to allow policy to share leave across the county. So the 3 policies that were amended specifically for the wildfires, the first one I'll start with is our shared leave policy. So that policy is amended. It has now inclusion of the emergency declaration to be a reason for utilization of shared leave, which was not an option in the previous version of the policy. And it would be eligible for shared leave if a person was impacted by one of the 2 situations, which would be 1, due to living in and being evacuated from their home due to the evacuation zones, and they would be eligible for shared leave during that period of evacuation, or 2, in the event that their home was damaged and or destroyed, to be able to use shared leave to apply for and receive shared leave benefits through the end of 2023. The forms in the policy have just been updated, so there's now the standard form, but also the wildfire emergency form. And the policy just reflects the, like I mentioned, ability to expand and utilize for those reasons. The second policy is our PTO policy that I amended. Reason for that is some of our employees have a PTO account called a catastrophic account, and those are employees who've been at the county long-term that had some conversion many years ago into an account called catastrophic. The PTO policy defines what catastrophic may be used for, and it's typically aligned specifically to a severe illness. So similar to the shared leave policy with the same language as related to the Spokane County state of emergency, employees will be able, if they have a CAT account, to utilize said CAT hours for the same 2 reasons as I already listed in the shared leave policy. And then the third policy that I amended is our Spokane County sick leave policy. And similar to the other 2, it had a very narrowly defined utilization for leave availability as related to specifically in sick leave, specific physical illnesses, medical appointments, caregiving of a family, domestic violence. So I added, just like the other 2 policies, in response to our state of emergency, the ability to utilize any sick leave bank of hours for those same 2 reasons as already defined. They all run on the same schedule, and just need your approval as board for policy to be able to make these changes in our policy manual for Spokane employees. And then just for your awareness, Joshua Grote drafted the MOU that went out with the same information as what I just covered to all of our bargaining units yesterday. We had one group come back with a couple of questions, which we promptly answered, but overall we've received thank yous and quick responses and support of allowing this more flexible option for our employees to utilize leave in such a difficult time. Any questions that I can answer for you?
Commissioner Jordan.
Hey, Ashley, can you clarify kind of what we talked about this morning regarding who is covered by the policy? And then can you also update us when the MOUs are approved by the unions, particularly some of the larger ones? I just am curious to know kind of when that's in effect for represented workers.
Yep. So our Spokane County policies are applicable to all employees unless they have specific contract language, and it states this in the handbook, if there's specific contract language that supersedes policy. So for those bargaining groups that have their own PTO language and utilization, sick leave language and utilization, catastrophic, shared leave, that's what the MOU is for. And so the memorandum of understanding is what was sent to our bargaining units to say, you know, this is how we're updating our policy. We would like to ensure that you are also comfortable with that, this language being an understanding for your employees to use as essentially amending their contract language in the policy for this period of time. So we do MOUs very regularly with our bargaining units for things like this, or for maybe it's something operational that's in the policy. If there's not a dollar value tied to it that's outside of my threshold, that's where, you know, board would have to approve MOUs. We haven't had to do one of those since I've been here. But that's what the MOU is for those groups that do have their own very clear language in contract. It would just align it back to this updated information. Like I mentioned, all of those MOUs went out yesterday afternoon, and we asked them to please review, get us any questions by end of day today. And if there's no questions, then we will make sure that we get the signature, the official signature format. We do it in a DocuSign. But as of right now, we've had no one say that they're not willing to sign. And so we will have everything locked down. Our goal is by 5 p.m. tonight to have all of that stuff finalized.
Sounds good. And can you update us when that's all done?
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley may have mentioned, I missed it if she did, these are going to be effective as of August 18th. The state of emergency was declared on August 19th, but we recognize that some of these, the event started on the 18th, so it's reflective of that date.
Any other questions or comments?
Just thank you, Ashley, for working so quickly on this. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
thank you to Chris Anderson for getting the resolution part drafted. I can do the policies, but thank you to Chris for quickly pulling the resolution together.
Yeah, well, and I just have to say thank you too for, you know, as soon as this happened, you started thinking about what the ramifications were and the impact to our employees. So, so really, you know, thank you for doing that and really thinking through that and you know, getting it done quickly.
Yep, no problem.
Okay. Any other questions on the agenda? Okay, then I will look to
Did you say you wanted to speak to item 1?
I thought I did to start with.
We good? Just,
But
okay.
yeah, that
Sure.
this 11 o'clock meeting is, our 2 o'clock meeting is canceled. We moved those agenda items up to now. We will not have a 2 o'clock meeting, and I will now look to my fellow commissioners.
Just want to make sure. No confusion on that one. Madam Chair, I move to approve items 1 through 10 on our special meeting agenda.
Second.
I love it. I have a motion and a second for items 1 through 10 on today's special meeting agenda. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please, oh, no. Okay. Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. That takes us to item number 11, just to see if there's any other miscellaneous items or any executive sessions that need to occur.
None for me. None for me.
Okay, with that, I think the commissioners have a busy day of tending to people in our community that have been impacted by the fires. So we appreciate the public for having this special meeting so that way we can take care of the emergent needs of our community this afternoon. So thank you all, and we will adjourn. And I think our next meeting is not scheduled till Tuesday, unless there's anything that comes up sooner. then we'll do a special meeting on Monday if we need to. So thank you all very much. You're looking puzzled. So Tuesday, we have our Tuesday morning briefing and then the Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, that's right, never mind.
So-
I was thinking Labor Day is not until the following week.
Yes.
Never mind.
So at this point, we
Yeah.
do not have
Yeah.
planned a Monday strategic planning
Right.
meeting. But if we do need to, we will, as we're still under a state of emergency, we will do a special meeting if the need